Hey you, yes you over there, fellow internetist. I think I've got a brand new camera that's going to be right up your street. It's an action camera from DJI, aptly named the DJI Osmo Action. Action by name, action by nature, but why would you get this camera when there are plenty of action cameras already out on the market? Well, maybe this will set it apart.
Look on the front of what looks like the usual is something quite unusual.
Yes, indeedy, this tiny little camera has got a selfie screen. It's great for loners like me who have nothing better in the day to do than to talk to a frickin' camera. Look at that. I mean, it's quite amazing when you think about it. They're fit. A 1.4-inch HD screen on the front, 2.5-inch HD screen on the back, touchy-feely as well. Who would have thunk it that they'll put a selfie screen on an action camera like this? But the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. For high-octane people, now you can see the exact moment that you cave your head in when you fall off your skateboard. Fantastic!
Or perhaps looking at a selfie screen will be the cause of you falling off your skateboard.
When you look on the side of the camera, there's a button with QS on it. That's what you use to switch from the back screen to the front screen. To shoot in selfie mode, you have to hold that for about 3 seconds. And then it flips to the front screen. Hold it for 3 seconds again, goes to the back. There we are. But there is a quicker way of doing it. You use your 2 fingers and you do like a martial arts. Poke them in the eyes, poke them in the eyes. Do it twice. Front screen, back screen. Simple.
The interface is quite simply simple to use. Everything easy to access with minimal of swipes required.
Anyway, enough talking. Let's have some action. Let's see what action we can do. Here we go. I know it may not look like it, but I am a man of action. I am a healthy man. Don't judge a book by its cover. Its front cover or its back cover. It's a bit flat. Right, let's pump the old girl into action. That's the approach to life you should have, especially if your girlfriend is a blow-up doll. There you go, I can still reach the power button. Sounds like an airport. Or, because the screen is in the way there, oops, could use the selfie screen. Or I just hit record, just to start recording like that.
That's the snapshot feature for a snappy shot. Makes sense. But to find out whether an action camera makes sense, we need to try it out on the move. On my 2 wheels, meant for the road, I power it through off-road. Anyway, to see how good it is, it needs to be compared to its biggest competitor, which I couldn't quite remember what it is. No matter, I put it against the Sony X3000, which has quite decent stabilisation. One thing you'll notice straight away is that the DJI Osmo action footage is smooth, very damn smooth, thanks to the rock-steady stabilisation. Sony's balanced optical steady shot might be boss by name, but no longer the boss for steady footage, as the DJI out-bosses it, easily. Phew, all this action is such hard work.
Oh, that cycling stuff is tough stuff, isn't it? I thought I'd stop off for an energy drink to replenish my energy.
Although I'm mostly talking about the video of this Osmo action, and it will probably be used mostly for video, I might as well tell you about the other stuff it does.
Click the QS, switch mode. There we are, we've got slow motion, time lapse, slow motion. Let's check that out. So we've got 1080p, 8 times speed or 4 times speed, 720, 8 times 4 times speed. Let's try 1080, 8 times speed. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to do anything crazy here. I've got a beer, what am I going to do, pour it over my head? No, I don't think so. Double tap.
Nice features that make this an action camera that can do it all well, but I can't quite help but come back to the bits that are quite phenomenal.
But really, the truly great thing about the Osmo Action, apart from the selfie screen, is the stabilisation. It is fantastic. It's brilliant. Gimbal-like, and I hate to say gimbal-like, and I've said it a million times, but it's gimbal-like. This is actually gimbal-like. Oops. It's waterproof too. 5-second rule.
It's tough, meant to take a knocking, but will it KO the undisputed king of the action camera ring? What could that be? Well, well, would you take a look right there? They're not too dissimilar, right? But there are some key differences which I'm going to point out with the help of this and my index finger right now. The obvious similarity is that both have a lens on one side of the front of the camera, whereas on the other side there's an LCD screen. On the GoPro, that's a monochrome LCD screen to show information about your shot, whereas on the DJI, that's a full-blown colour screen to show your face, doing things like jumping in a pool, windsurfing, jumping out of a plane, cycling, BMXing, skateboarding and stuff like that in full-blown Technicolor. Oh yes. Okay. And then compartments. Osmo Action, separate compartment for your micro SD, whereas on the GoPro it shares the same compartment as the battery compartment. So every time you change the memory card, you have to open that flap. Whereas on the Osmo Action, separate flap, along with the USB charging. Another difference is that the Osmo Action has got a kind of textured feel to the body, whereas the GoPro is kind of bald and smooth like a dolphin. Now both of them have got some kind of image stabilization and they've both got funny names for it. This one on the GoPro is called Hyper Smooth. Sounds like some kind of wax product for your body. And this one is Rock Steady. Now when you switch Rock Steady on, you'll notice that you get noticeably less field of view, but that's the same with the GoPro. Boom, let's switch that on. And when you move it left to right, up and down, whatever, there's a very slight delay, which is, you have to get used to that. When you don't have Rock Steady on, it doesn't do that. Instant. Now I want to find out which one's better, Hyper Smooth or Rock Steady. And there's only one way to find that out. I have to create a special mount. There we are. Okay, let's hit record. The GoPro Hero 7 launched with much praise for its new stabilization, and I have to say, it is quite smooth. Hyper smooth, you could say. It makes action footage easier to watch. What about if the two giants go head to head though?
Oh, here we are. So we've got the selfie screen on. I can still access the settings here, pressing the button here. Switch off the screen, boom, that's the display button, back on, there we are, let's try running.
When you put them side by side, it becomes very clear very soon that the DJI is noticeably better at stabilizing footage. I wasn't joking when I said gimbal-like. It's so well damped for all kinds of knocks and bumps, it's kind of freaky. The GoPro Hero 7 is similar to the Osmo Action at smoothing out X and Y axis movements, up, down, side to side, but for the ones that we never remember, you know, pitch and yaw as well as roll, the GoPro Hero 7 can't compete with the Osmo Action, which does a mighty fine job of fighting even the most vigorous of movements. Action camera developments have been kind of stagnant for years, little tiny bunny hops in terms of development, but with the Osmo Action, it's a friggin' cannonball or whatever action metaphor you prefer. With a unique form factor also, they've created something that might have action in the name, but it will surely have a wider appeal.
To be honest, the Osmo Action shouldn't be just limited to people who like getting their faces smashed up by doing extreme sports, because you can use this for vlogging, and I've always thought something like the GoPro can be a good vlogging camera, but it's just short of the mark because it doesn't have a selfie screen. This has a selfie screen. The only thing is that the internal mic probably isn't too hot. Maybe it's alright, probably sounds alright. I mean, the Osmo Pocket sounds alright. I mean, just because it's called the Osmo Action, it doesn't mean it should be limited to just action stuff. For people who like getting their faces smashed up by high-octane action. No, this can be used for vlogging, just like any other action camera, but this now has a selfie screen. Of course, one thing is that it doesn't have a 3.5mm mic input. It does have an internal mic, but like, you know, all internal mics don't tend to be that great. This is the internal mic of the Osmo Action. It's kind of windy. Let's try it on with a Rode mic. Now this is the video from the Osmo Action, but with a Rode video mic, micro, whatever it's called.
And that stabilisation, I honestly have not seen non-gimbal footage that stable before. It probably is more stable than some gimbals because the footage really glides along, and that's really where DJI is killing it. They're so very good at getting hardware and putting in the clever tech and software to squeeze out the best performance out of it. And perhaps they might end up killing off some of the competition too.
Dust to dust. Chip to chip, sensor to sensor. GoPro, it's been nice knowing you, but I found something better now, so see ya.